morning, you're watching the news at 5. I'm George McCall. Starting the programme today with some positive news, we're going live to our reporter Jane Harrison, who is outside Rothside Park in Glasgow for us. Jane, what's happening there?
Thank you, George. Yes, that's right. I'm situated but a stone's throw away from the tallest tree in the park. Yesterday, newspaper headlines hit hard on this community when it was reported by neighbours across the road that not one, but two squirrels had run up this very tree, one after the other. I spoke to Mrs. McLaughlin at number 47, who said she hasn't seen anything like this since she moved here many moons ago.
And Jane, this is a very tight-knit community. What has the reaction been like from the younger population there?
Well, this afternoon I have seen a lot of children out playing here, some with binoculars and others with telescopes, hoping to spot those two pesky squirrels. Charlie Dunn is studying zoology at the University of Glasgow right now and commented on how monumental an occasion this was, particularly for this quiet area. I'll be back here tomorrow to see how the rest of this wild behaviour plays out. Back to you, George, in the studio.
Thanks, Jane. And now, keeping things au naturel, we're going to go straight over to Sarah, who is in another community in the East End of Glasgow. Sarah, what's happening in your side of the city?
Well, George, I'm here in Shalnick with a local man who says he woke up yesterday morning to see there were no birds at his perch. Angus, who is 83, quickly realised that the birds had quite literally flown the nest. In order to bring a little colour back into Angus's bushy garden, he thought it best to change the supplier of his feed. He tried the B&M, the Poundland, the Asda, the Tesco and even the Waitrose, all in hope of reclaiming his blue tits.
That is quite the story, Sarah. Are there any signs of the birds returning?
George, that is the $1 million question. You'll have to join us back here next week to find out if the birds accept the challenge and take on Angus's fat balls.
Thank you, Sarah. And finally, Elizabeth from Edinburgh last week complained to the local council about the length of the grass outside her Morningside home. The 94-year-old took matters into her own hands with a pair of her best office scissors. She's cut nearly a quarter of her 40-acre garden by hand and hopes to be done by summer 2021. Her husband John is concerned that she has in fact taken things too far and is prompting an official response from the council. And that's all from today's news bulletin. We'll be back tomorrow with more nail-biting news.